Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Pride and Sheth here on Steps of War. This is going to be a Terran versus a Zerg matchup. Now I don't know what particular patch this is from, but frankly I'm sure a lot of you guys don't care about that you guys just want to see as much StarCraft action and try to get as much exposure as you can. Taking a look at the barracks, they do in fact cost 60, so that is a little bit of a help. And we'll just assume that this is either prior to the March 12th or a little bit earlier than that. Anyways, just taking a look at how this game works and everything. Oh, a couple comments that I wanted to make to you guys out there. First of all, I think I've just figured out what's happening with my lag, and I've been playing around with the affinity a little bit more. Hopefully there should be a little bit of lag around the 3 to 5 minute mark, and then it will clear up for the rest of the game. Secondly, I know a lot of you guys have wondered how I'm doing this whole entire control click to figure out the saturation of these drones and these SCVs. All I do is I control click and then I take a look at how many drones there are. Now some of you guys have been saying, hey, what about the drones that could in fact be inside these geysers now? What I'm doing now is I'm clicking and then I'm holding down shift and then clicking again to do a follow-up. So if there's any drones that were not there on the screen before, they will be clicked now. So that's how I am trying to check my worker saturation as quickly as possible. Already, Pride moving out with a very early SCV scout, so he's not going to really be able to find that much in terms of a strategy. Taking a look, perhaps he's going to be able to take down. Oh, he's not able to stop that fast hatchery. So I guess that early scout was in fact important. So that coming in, going to find with Pride's SCV, going to figure out that, hey, no early spawning pool before hatchery. Gonna go ahead and now finally put down that later spawning pool, and also saving up to 3 larvae. Now finally getting that secondary larva. We'll see how Pride reacts. Is he going to react by dropping a reactor core, trying to drop down a secondary barracks? Perhaps building down a bunker. Yeah, bunker rushing against Sheth right there. So, or Sheth, and Pride against Sheth. So already having some drones moving over in order to try to take down that SCV. SCV is going to have to be careful, try to move away, and able to scrounge around a little bit, so able to pull back away as another SCV is now coming in. So but those drones are trying to figure out which SCV they really want to take down, and there's that another SCV coming in. So very nice micro coming in from Pride. So a third SCV joining the mix as those 2 SCVs now trying to run back away. Are they going to be able to jump into that one particular building? Now trying to repair that as well, as a Marine should be coming in just around the corner. Yeah, right around the 3 minute mark. There is that lag that I was talking about. Now trying to repair that one particular bunker still being repaired. SCVs should try to come back in and perhaps try to take it down. Marines are going to be coming in over as well. So 2 Marines. I don't know why those Marines were not walking over sooner, as yeah, there's no real excuse for that. SCVs now trying to run back away, and wow, the bunker down to 179 hit points. Marines going to start pushing into the base or try to get into that bunker, and we'll see how that really works out, as those Marines are going to be trying to take down those particular, trying to take it down. So able to at least start firing back. Now trying to focus down those SCVs. SCVs are going to get taken down. Another Marine now just trying to come in, shooting at the Overlord instead of those drones. So that's a little bit of a problem. Still a single SCV now trying to come in. That one Marine should really be trying to be focused down more of those drones instead of anything else. Bunker trying to do a little bit of a fight back. Gonna get a surround on that poor one last unit's able to take down a lot of those drones. Drones getting taken down, and now 3 drones just reinforced back. Zerglings now finally coming out, so Zerglings gonna be able to overswarm that position. A little bit of a mistake. That one Marine shooting at that Overlord. That Overlord taking what, 60 damage, and when it could have been 2 drone deaths, or perhaps saving of that bunker. So a really big miscalculation by Pride. Pride now sitting and only going to have some Marines. Now needs to get that supply depot up as soon as possible. We'll see how that's going to really work. Will that one Marine be able to hold off all those Zerglings that are going to be trying to come up that ramp? And in come those Zerglings, and Zerglings realizing that that supply depot with 250 hit points now, they're not going to be able to take it down. So that early rush has been negated. And coming back over here, we have a factory coming down with a reactor. So Pride staying on top of the game, now upgrading to the tier 2 harassment for that. We'll see if there's going to be any sunken or not spine crawlers trying to be built. And we have what, the creep now making it up to that higher ledge. No queen yet, so no queen and no roaches, no gas. So Sheth is going to be once again behind the 8 ball, so to speak, in trying to figure out what exactly to do. Reactor core is down, double Hellions being produced, a 3rd Hellion already queued up, and this is going to be a very difficult move by for Sheth to really be able to to counter. I do not see how he's going to be able to counter this at this stage in the game. No spine crawlers. Spine crawlers would at least give him some protection, and also no additional units. Wait a second, why are those Hellions moving out? Move, Hellions, move. Okay, Pride being a little overly cautious here, perhaps wanting to get four Hellions, but 4 Hellions wouldn't really be that much of a difference, as those Hellions have higher hit points than those Zerglings, and it's just going to enable him to be able to amass up a little bit more of a counter army. Taking a look at the income right now, both people sitting on 19 Harvesters, and now, oh my gosh, is he waiting on 6 Hellions? He is waiting on 6 Hellions. Okay. I am no longer excited. Sheth, Pride playing too cautiously, gonna try to move out with those Marines perhaps, and he needs to move out with those Marines at front, try to stop any Zerglings to let him know that there is in fact a counter coming out, and move out with, he's moving out with six Hellions, and there is in fact already a spine crawler down. The Queen is in play. This harassment is not going to be nearly as effective as it would have been if it had been launched with 2 to 3 Hellions. He wanted to go for a delay in tactics, as opposed he's looking to try to go for a kill when just a simple delay in tactics would have been nearly enough. Hellions now trying to move back around. Drones coming off, taking a lot of those drones out, so a lot of those drones getting toasted, but still not able to really get to those drones. Drones on that backside going to clear out this whole entire mineral patch, essentially, but still not quite enough to really push back this attack, as all he's really doing is taking down one particular expansion. Hellions still doing a good job trying to focus down the rest of those Zerglings. Going to be able to focus down, and now Hellions with those Zerglings going to try to do a little bit of a fight back. Hellions need to do a little bit of that hit and run, but not great micro. Those Hellions not really chasing, or those Zerglings not chasing, and that could have been much more destructive for Pride if Sheth had gone out just a little bit sooner. So a little bit of hesitation on Pride's part. Four Hellions would have been enough to really take down these drones, as one single shot from those Hellions would have been able to take it down. Zerglings now trying to come up that ramp and going to get quickly toasted by those Hellions. We'll see, are we in fact trying to go for a higher tier tech perhaps? He's sitting on 1100 gas. Way too much gas for this stage in the game, unless he goes for Ravens. Ravens are definitely the next stage in how he should particularly play this. He needs to make it up that ramp. That Queen, if he can make it up past that, Queen, yes, able to make it up, so very nice play by Pride. Pride trying to get up that ramp, and now they're now producing roaches, though, so those quickly trying to focus down those drones. Drone getting toasted, trying to move into a little bit of position, and now those roaches should be popping out in just a second, so roaches coming back into play, toasting more of those drones from Sheth. Sheth now being forced to push back out. 2 Queens on this high ground, as those Hellions once again trying to move back down. One single roach trying to try to focus down more of these units. Hellions going to come in trying to toast a little bit more, able to get 1 drone, perhaps 2 drones, and just still trying to disrupt the whole entire mining time of this whole entire base. Sheth now able to finally push back against this attack. Taking a look at the income, after all that harassment, it's only 23 Harvesters against 22, so still not nearly as effective as you would think. And especially as, he's finally going to be starting to mine from a secondary location. Orbital Command, this particular mineral patch over here on this north side still does not have a full saturation, so not sure what exactly Pride's strategy is at this stage in the game. Still sitting on 1200 gas. Finally getting that starport. Should be getting a fusion core and a tech lab to try to get some sentries, some Ravens. So those Ravens acting as detector units, dropping down those auto turrets and those auto defense drones to try to counteract against those roaches. Those roaches pretty much nullifying the damage of a roach, and those roaches which fire abnormally slow anyway. Those Ravens will in fact be fairly effective. Sheth has so far this game just produced a lot of drones, now nearly saturating, or getting once again getting a lot of drones, up to 35 drones for Sheth. So Sheth already getting that economic advantage once again. So however, Sheth is losing in the technological war, or in the tech advantage. Taking a look, we have another command center being built down, double barracks, medevacs. Okay, medevacs being produced, and I'm disappointed in Pride, but he is in fact going to try to do a little bit of a drop. No Marines though in that medevac, so perhaps he will be fairly effective. We'll take a look at where that medevac is in fact going, but Sheth quickly or well-placed overlords around the map will be able to allow him to figure out that drop is coming and respond accordingly. Doing a scanner sweep on the main base, pretty much indicating that, hey, I am going to be trying to do something on your main base. Hydralisk then now being produced. Overlord in position. Gonna see this medevac, and stay tuned for part 2 of this 3-part replay between Sheth and Pride here on Steps of War.